Dopamine is a neurotransmitter often called feel-good chemical. It plays very crucial role in movement, focus, learning, pleasure, etc. So in this video, I will cover 20 mistakes which we often do on daily basis that lowers the dopamine level in our system. Hello my dear ones, I am Dr. Kashika Jain. I'm a clinical psychologist. As you know, I will cover 20 mistakes that lowers dopamine levels in our system. So this is such an important video. I request you to watch this video till end and also share this video with your friends and family members. Before I start, I want you to download my mobile app. Just type my name, Dr. Kashika Jain. You will find my mobile app. Download it and do breathing exercises. Meditate daily to heal faster and to be happy. Now, let's begin. So, first mistake is chronic sleep deprivation. When you compromise with your sleep, you don't go to bed on time or you just sleep for 3 or 4 hours, you use your mobile phone before your sleep, you use lots of gadgets and there is no fixed time. Then you disturb your circadian clock and you start feeling sleep deprived. That lowers your dopamine level. So never compromise your sleep because if you have lots of sleep debt, it costs you a lot. Next mistake is overstimulation, constant notification, multitasking. So we feel, like we are someone who is superior because we do multitasking and we seek pleasure in like coloring up, oh, I'm a person who do lots of things at a time. Actually, when you do multitasking, you are confusing your brain which thing is important. Actually, this is such an illusionary state because mind can focus on one thing at a time. You just simply jump from one to another and mistakenly you think you are capable in multitasking. Actually, you are playing with your mental health. You are confusing your body and brain which action to take consistently, and eventually you feel more stressed, and definitely there are some flaws in your work as well. But initially you don't realize and gradually you program your brain for multitasking. And you notice now your brain cannot stay to one task for longer time. Your mind starts wandering because you have trained your mind like this. So multitasking is silently killing your mental health. Stop doing multiple tasking. And also, if you feel overstimulated by notification, just I recommend to make it off when you are doing really something important thing. Now, the next mistake you do, excess sugar and junk food. When you consume lots of sugar, lots of junk food, temporarily you feel pleasure, but in long run, it disturbs the hunger hormone, ghrelin. And also, it is really unhealthy way to feel dopamine shot, but in long run, it lower downs the dopamine level because you cannot have sugar all the time. You cannot have junk food all the time. So when you have your normal food, you don't feel that pleasure by having simple food, which is your homemade pure food. So every time your system craves for that junk food or packed food or spicy food. So in long run, you suffer a lot. So stop consuming too much sugar and also stop consuming too much junk food, processed food. Next mistake you do, drug and alcohol overuse. When you take any kind of drug or you drink a lot or you smoke, also these habits lowers the dopamine level in your system because all these habit suppresses your immunity and your gut stops producing the dopamine. And when this hormone level goes down in your system, so your gut can't interact with your brain properly. And also, that production in the form of neurotransmitter happens in your brain also there, just because of that missignaling lowers down. And gradually you become, like addictive to it. And also you invite lots of others problem. Next mistake you do, social media overconsumption. If you keep browsing social media, if you remain on Instagram or Facebook or any other social media handle too much, then you are receiving lots of unwanted information. And now you are in comparison with the world and lots of unnecessary, and that kind of information you are consuming, that puts you into comparison mode. And sometimes you feel FOMO, fear of missing out. Sometimes you feel inferior, and that drains your energy, and you feel decline in dopamine level. You feel, oh, the world is progressing, everyone is doing so well, and I'm here just scrolling my phone. I'm not doing well in my life. Oh, I am a failure. I am a loser. I cannot do anything in my life. These kind of internal dialogues lowers down your motivation. You feel distracted, unable to focus on your work. And also when you overuse mobile phones, so you less prefer movement. So that all collectively lowers down dopamine levels in your system. Now the next mistake you do is vitamin and nutrients deficiencies. When you don't eat quality food, when you simply are on a mono diet and you are not taking care of your body well, also your dopamine level goes down. So you must have variety of fruits and vegetables in your daily meal so that you give sufficient input to your body to produce such kind of hormones, chemicals, because whatever you eat, it affects your mood. So there is very strong connection between your food and mood. If you remain vitamin deficient, then your system doesn't work properly and you feel lower level of dopamine. Also procrastination. When you develop this habit of procrastinating things, you overwhelm yourself. Sometimes you may be procrastinating because you want perfection. Sometimes you feel like this is not important for me and you procrastinate. So due to multiple reasons, you can procrastinate. But understand there are lots of other fears underlying. Might be you are fearful of being criticized, and that's why you are not taking action in the moment. And you're simply deferring. You are making excuses. The more excuses you make, you don't take action, then naturally dopamine level goes down, because dopamine releases when you set a goal, when you take action, when you achieve something. So you feel naturally happy, you feel rewarded because dopamine releases in your system. But when you push away those goals, then naturally dopamine level goes down. Next is sedentary lifestyle. When you become a couch potato, like you're not taking actions, not moving, and just following a very passive sedentary lifestyle, then you feel low energy, fatigue, irritability. You feel my mind is now wandering because of low dopamine levels. Porn and excessive instant pleasure. When you consume this kind of information a lot, or like you are overly stimulated and you are seeking instant pleasure, so you feel happy in that moment, but that happiness fades easily because you are seeking dopamine from unhealthy sources. In long run, you are programming your brain to feel more deprived of dopamine, because always it's not possible that instant pleasurable activities will give you that kick and force for longer run. So train your brain not to indulge into these kind of activities, because real dopamine releases when you really put efforts to make something happen for you, and when you feel dopamine hit without your efforts, so it doesn't remain in your system easily. It comes and goes, because all the time that information is changing and you are not involved in that. Unless you are involved in that, you cannot hold it. So better you program yourself to put your efforts, put your energy, invest time and energy and efforts, then you will be able to sustain that dopamine levels. Next is negative self-talk. When your self-talk is negative, you always criticize yourself, you give negative meaning to everything, that also lowers your dopamine level. You feel low mood, low energy, you feel unable to take decisions, unable to move, unable to put your efforts, and that all activities lowers dopamine level. Next is lack of sunlight. If you don't expose yourself into sunlight, also you don't feel that energetic, because I told you movement is necessary. And when you expose to sunlight, not only dopamine, also serotonin level goes up. And it's really a mood enhancers. If you want to feel serotonin rush or dopamine rush, expose yourself to sunlight for at least 15 minutes on daily basis. It is also helpful to balance your chakras as well. So exposing to sunlight promotes mood, because it's a kind of a mood enhancer. Next is high chronic stress means high cortisol. If you involve yourself into work too much, you have become a machine, you don't give yourself rest, so you suffer from chronic stress that suppresses your immunity and dopamine level goes down. Overworking without reward. You are simply working, and no reward you are acknowledging or getting. That also lowers down your dopamine level. So always select that work which is related to your interest, so that you can put your best efforts and you get positive results. And also acknowledge it. And when something is not rewarding, just speak out for it. Ask for your rights. Because if you keep working and not getting something, and also you will feel lost, disinterested, and gradually you will be disengaged. That will lower down your dopamine level. Next is isolation and lack of rewarding social contacts. When you deliberately isolate yourself, or you don't have social connections, you don't have friends, you don't visit your relatives, you don't attend the parties, then also you feel deprived of human connections. So oxytocin level and dopamine level, both levels goes down and you feel lonely. So make meaningful connections. Too much comfort zone living. If you remain in your comfort zone, so you prepare a cage for yourself. You need to break your comfort zone by yourself, because whatever you repeat, it gives you a comfort. So you need to learn something new on monthly basis, so that you can break your comfort zone. You again put yourself into a zone where you need to do hard work. And by doing hard work, when you achieve something, that gives you dopamine rush. But when you are living your life on a repeat mode, then gradually you feel monotony in your life and dopamine level drops. So now the 16th one is poor gut health. If you don't eat well, you don't rest, you simply feed your system with junk, then, or you take lots of stress, then you suffer with a poor gut health, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and you feel anxious, you feel depressed, because lower dopamine levels are the cause behind all those feelings. Ignoring hobbies and creative expressions. When you don't enjoy your hobbies, when you don't, like do something creative like dance, singing, or any other activities which are really pleasurable activities, when you simply work or just live a monotonous life, just you become very logical and you don't explore your emotional side, when you don't explore your creative side. Also, that monotony lowers down the serotonin and also dopamine level. Next is not celebrating small wins. You have won, you have some achievement, but you're not celebrating, you're not focusing on it, you're not giving your body and mind relax, and you're simply shifting yourself onto another target. When your brain don't acknowledge something properly, then dopamine level goes down because your brain feels like always into a hurry and competitive mode. So just take a pause. When something really great happens, take moments, celebrate. That celebration will give you real dopamine hit. Next is constant comparison. If you use too much social media or you have a habit of comparing your life, your body, or anything you have with other person, that constant comparison makes you feel inferior and dopamine level goes down. Also, living in boredom and monotony. When your life is boring, you identify yourself boring, and nothing is new in your life because you are not putting efforts in your life, you are not exploring new things, you are not gelling up with friends, you are feeling constant stress, but you are not doing anything to change, to bring some happiness, joy in your life. You are simply okay with that monotony and you have accepted it as your destiny. Then also dopamine level goes down because our brain is designed to learn something new, to be in our creative side. And we all feel happy when we do something new, we have change in our routine. But when we don't do that, so gradually boredom captures us in a way that we feel like unhappy. Even lots of things still feels okay in our life, and we are working, we are receiving rewards for that. People are there, they love us. Even then, we feel deep down loneliness, a feeling of unhappiness, and sometimes we don't know why we are feeling this way. Just because we are unknowingly, or sometimes partially we know it, but we have been doing these kind of mistakes repeatedly, then chemical level drops in our system and they cannot be increased instantly. You need to put regular efforts to again level up them. But when you consistently put your efforts, then you feel again balanced because by your efforts, dopamine level again goes up. When you will stop doing these mistakes, naturally again dopamine level will come up. So my dear ones, share this video with other person as well. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do so. It means a lot to me. Like this video, leave a comment and also suggest me more topics to create more valuable videos. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care.